Hi, I didn't know it was live yet. This is Nancy. I wanted to come on to talk about the proper role of government. I feel like that there's too much bickering and fighting going on between the Democrats and Republicans, and I just thought if we understood the proper role of government, we could maybe get along better. I don't know. If I could just reach a few people and teach the proper role of government, that would be great. And I've got a book here called The Proper Role of Government by Ezra Taft Benson. And I'm going to read a few things because I can't say it just like he does, and I like the way he speaks the truth about human rights and we the people, and how important it is for us to understand natural rights. And let's see, now I got to remember where I wanted to start reading. Okay, here is something by quoting Bastiat. If every person has the right to defend, even by force, his person, his liberty, and his property, then it follows that group of men that have the right to organize and support a common force to protect their rights constantly. Thus, the principle of collective right, its reason for existing, its lawfulness, it's based on individual rights. So we all have individual rights to protect our person, place, or thing. And usually, overtaxation is what takes away our person, place, or thing because if you're overtaxed, you don't have enough money to buy you a home, so you become homeless. You don't have enough money to buy food for your children and clothes for your children if you're overtaxed. So we need to keep a lot of the money for ourselves, give out some money for like the policemen, the firemen, maybe the roads, but socialism, I'm totally against socialism. I'm for capitalism, and there's a good reason why we want to be self reliant. Self reliance is not scarcity. Those who want socialism usually have a scarcity attitude. They want to take from the rich. They're jealous of the rich people. But did you know that anybody can become rich? It's just all in your attitude. So, okay, I want to read this because I like the way Ezra Taft Benson said this. I think he was a secretary for Eisenhower. I don't know the title, the full title, but it was something to do with agriculture, and he was the secretary for him. There's a better name for it, but I can't think of it. I can't think of it when I want to. But here it says, okay, but now we come to the moment of truth. I'm going to say it the way Ezra Taft Benson said it. He said, suppose Pioneer A wants another horse for his wagon. He doesn't have the money to buy one. But since Pioneer B has an extra horse, he decides that he's entitled to share in his neighbor's good fortune. Doesn't sound very good to me. And we should raise all of our children to know that that's not the way to get gain, to be rich. Is he entitled to take his neighbor's horse? Obviously not. If his neighbor wishes to give it or lend it, that is another question. But so long as Pioneer B wishes to keep his property, Pioneer A has no just claim to it. If A has no proper power to take B's property, can he delegate any such power to the sheriff? No, even if everyone in the community desired that B gives his extra horse to A. They have no right, individually or collectively, to force him to do it. They cannot delegate a power they themselves do not have. This important principle was clearly understood and explained by John Locke nearly 300 years ago. And things have not changed as far as human nature. We all need to have our own things, our own property, our own home, our own money. Everybody needs to have their own. And the poor people need, of course, we need to help them individually. If we're forced, then that's not really service. I don't want the government to force me to help my neighbors. I think we all need to help our neighbors. We should want to help them on our own and not collectively as a government. Okay, so nobody can transfer to another more power than he has himself. And nobody has an absolute arbitrary power over himself or over any other to destroy his own life or take away the life or property of another. This means then that the proper function of government is limited to only those spheres of activity within which the individual citizen has the right to act. So we cannot give power to the government to do things we cannot even do ourselves. Does that make sense? By deriving its just powers from the government becomes primarily a mechanism for defense against bodily harm, theft, and involuntary servitude. It cannot claim the power to redistribute the wealth or force reluctant citizens to perform acts of charity against their will. That's what I was talking about. Government is created by man. No man possesses such power to delegate. The creature cannot exceed the creators. In general terms, therefore, the proper role of government includes such defensive activities as maintaining national military and local police forces for protecting against loss of life, loss of property, and loss of liberty at the hands of either foreign despots, or domestic criminals. So we want to have protection for foreign despots. What does that say? We need to be protected from illegal aliens who are coming over, taking our Social Security, taking our taxes, which is making us pay higher taxes. I'm not against serving and helping other people, but I think I want to help my neighbors first. In America, we should be helping our own people individually. I don't believe in socialism for anybody, and so why should we have socialism for people outside of our country? And I don't believe in socialism for inside of our country, but I do believe in helping the poor, me, myself, helping other people. If we each all had that attitude of helping, our society would be a much better place. But I don't want to have force. And I believe that socialism is, of course, force, taking away from the rich, the middle class to give to the poor. And so I have a solution. Let's keep our constitutional rights. And my other solution is to teach people to have abundance, to get rid of their scarcity attitude, wanting to take from the rich to give to themselves. Do you guys know, those of who want to be socialists, do you know that you can actually become rich if you follow these principles of positive imaging, the powerful way to change your life, positive imaging, and psychocybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Of course, this is all about what my channel is all about, is positive imaging, positive thinking, positive affirmations. Those of you who want socialism, why don't you think about your heart's desire, if you know what that means? What are your talents? What are things that you really love to do? What are the God-given gifts that you have? And if you don't believe in God, what are some of your gifts that you're really good at? Start doing your gifts. Start following your dreams. And here's some more wonderful books by Florence Scovel Shinn, The Game of Life. She talks about how to play life, how to become successful, The Secret Door to Success. This is all about positive imaging, positive thinking, positive affirmations, the power of the spoken word, positive affirmations. What are your heart's desires? What are things that you really want to do? Do you want to travel? Do you want to do real estate? Do you want to become a multimillionaire? Those of you out there that want socialism, why don't you change your way of thinking and realize that you can bring the money to you through your talents and your gifts, through your positive thinking? Why don't you order some of these books, read the books, get out of your scarcity vibrations, your scarcity mode, and quit wanting socialism. Socialism is not the answer. Most countries that go to socialism and are in a welfare state, they become very poor. It's the government controlling everybody. And when the government controls everybody, you have no freedoms. You lose all of your freedoms. I have heard that the science of getting, oh, and then I have a wonderful book called The Science of Getting Rich. I'll share that with you later. But why don't you socialists, you people that want a welfare state, get some of these books? Or even if you're so poor you can't get these books, start saying, uh, let's see, I can't think of it right now. Start saying to yourself, I am worth, I am well off. I am well off. I have money flowing to me. I have money flowing to me. You say it 3 times a day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. And things will open up to you. And start using your gifts and your talents and share it and sell. Be creative and stop wanting to take money from other people. That's my message, is to become rich yourself. Not, don't be jealous of the rich people either. Try not to be jealous of them. Many of them were poor and they became rich through their talents and their gifts. And you can do the same. I'm on the way of doing that. I'm an artist. This is one of my art works up here, and I need to add stars. I need to write the Bible on here. And I'm still in the process, but you know, if you're doing your talents, you're going to get rid of that scarcity attitude. And I'm going on and on. I'm going to come back and actually read out of some of these books on how to do positive affirmations. The Science of Getting Rich is another good book that you can go on YouTube and listen to the whole book, The Science of Getting Rich. And just Google that on YouTube and listen to that and get out of your scarcity mode, quit wanting socialism, and become well off yourself, or even just start making money to survive. More than survive. You can do more than survive. Okay, subscribe and click on the bell so that you can get more messages from me. And I guess I better call this quits because I'm rambling on and I don't know how to stop it. I guess I'll figure it out. Okay, let's see. Well, goodbye. I think I'll figure it out. Bye. Have a wonderful day. And I still don't know how. Is it still going? This is weird. There's no knob. Someone tell me how to stop this. Do you think I'll figure it out? Okay, I just keep tapping and nothing comes up. Well, this is embarrassing. So I'll see you another time. Bye.